Hello and welcome back. I'm Thomas Boucher, and in this video we'll take a look at grading the front of the shop as well as putting in the front step. The steps in this video actually took place before the last video that I edited, but I messed up when I was editing the files and I ended up doing that one first. I didn't think it really mattered too much. Before we get into the video though, I wanted to do a quick show and tell on something I recently finished up, and that is this Scottish keyring belt hook. So this is based on an original from the 16th century that is housed at the National Museums, Scotland. So there's the ring here, which you can put the keys on, and it's got this decorated plate. There's a belt clip, so you can hook that on your belt, pocket, whatever. And then the thumb screw. That way you can put your key onto the ring. So this belt hook without the key is currently for sale on my website, and it might be a good way to display some of your key collection. We've got this big rock here, and it came out of this hole behind me, right kind of at the corner of the shop. And the plan with it has been to cut it as square as I can kind of get it and hopefully put it as my step into the shop. One, because it's good enough rock to do that, and two, obviously I don't have to move it very far to be able to do that versus kind of getting rid of it somewhere. So what we're gonna do is try to use a hammer drill and drill a few holes into it. I'm not sure if we'll actually get to splitting it today, but the plan is to try using some feathers and wedges to try to break it up and split it into kind of a square step. And the pieces that come off I can keep using for fill at the shop here. Or push. How far in does that one go?
That one's the deepest one.
Oh, that's a shallow.
That one's not very deep at all.
No. It's a hard rock.
I wonder if it'd be easier to use a smaller drill first and then follow it up with a bigger one.
We'll try it.
Oh, it's slow going.
The hammer drill was going really slow, so we ended up just trying to switch over and see what just a hammer and chisel would end up doing, and that proved to be way faster. So we abandoned the drill and just kind of moved ahead with just chisels and just eyeballing, cutting as straight as we could, chipping off pieces, and ultimately getting the step to where we needed it. Come over this way some.
There you go.
Ah.
See if we can. Wonder if you can shove that other plank under it. pull the pipe out. This is holding it pretty well. How about if I lift this end and you put another rock under it, see if we can't level it out some. I can't get any leverage. It's good.
How does it sit if you let go of it?
You're rocking on that rock that's in the front. I think if you take that off.
We were finally able to get this rock into place for the step. I have to grade off a lot more here and fill a lot of this stuff in, so this step won't be quite as tall because I'll fill in a little bit around it, but quite happy to get that done, have a proper step finally for the shop, and to kind of get those rocks out of the way. So that's a good job done. We can move on to something else. I got a load of gravel again the other day, and that's because I need to finish filling up inside the shop floor. I need maybe 3 more inches, then I'm gonna do some sand, and then I'll finally get to the brick. But I also need to grade away from the shop on the outside, and you can see all these stones out here. A lot of those I actually dug out of the floor, and I use those to make up some fill. That way I need to use less gravel out here, because I do need quite a bit to kind of go around and grade away. Because this area, my backyard, is kind of wet and a lot of water stagnates here. So I'm hoping that I can get that to wash away from the shop some and across the yard. So right now I'm gonna try to bring in some of that and start covering up these rocks. So it needs a little more work, but I'm gonna call it quits right now because it's about to storm. And I also don't want to use up too much of the gravel before I have a chance to put on the inside, because right now that's the most important, is finishing the inside. But you can see, got a lot of it covered. So we fast forward a little bit and you can see the shop's more finished up in the front here. I put some grass down on top of all that gravel that we put. And you can see that the front step now is not that big of a step like it kind of was earlier on. And as I said, I'd sort of fill it in. So it's a really nice step. I'm happy to have this solid rock that kind of came from the area here. And then I covered some of that gravel, like I said, with grass, so it kind of continues my lawn up to the shop pretty close. This grass here got a little torch, so it's a little dead, but it looks really good. I'm happy with it. It's not too big of a drop off around the areas, like I said, and it certainly makes getting up close, working on the siding, much easier. So thanks again for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, in the description below, there'll be some links for my Instagram as well as my website, where you can check out some of the other work that I'm currently doing and pick up some of my merchandise as that'll help me out. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
Makes your skin crawl.